Now, the military-led West African nations of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger have announced their withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, branding it a neo-colonial imperial.
General Dagvin Anderson, commandant US AFRICOM et l'ambassadeur des États-Unis.
General Dagvin Anderson was meeting with President Paul Biya for the first time.
Africa is at a turning point. From the courtrooms of The Hague to the military bases in West Africa, the old order is being challenged. For more than 20 years, the International Criminal Court targeted Africa while ignoring Western crimes. But today, three nations, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, have risen with one voice: no more. They are leaving the ICC, exposing it as a neo-colonial tool of control.
Now, the military-led West African nations of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger have announced their withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, branding it a neo-colonial imperialist tool. The juntas that seized power in Bamako and Niamey between 2020 and 2023 have united to form the Alliance of Sahel States. This confederation, established in 2023, brings together these three countries to coordinate mutual defense and assert greater sovereignty. The AES also marks a strategic distancing from Western influence, particularly France, the former colonial ruler. The three countries stated that the ICC was an instrument of neo-colonialist repression, serving imperialist interests. They criticized the ICC for its failure to effectively handle and prosecute established war crimes instead of relying on the ICC. They expressed their intention to develop indigenous mechanisms aimed at consolidating peace and justice within their own regions.
Sahel states declared. The ICC has failed to prosecute real war crimes. Instead, it hunts the weak while protecting the powerful. Out of 33 cases since 2002, almost all were against Africans. Meanwhile, Bush, Blair, Sarkozy, the architects of wars that killed millions, walk free. Even Rwanda's Paul Kagame said it: the ICC is not about justice. It is about control. Family, do you agree with Kagame that the ICC is about control, not justice? Let us know in the comments. This is why Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are building African systems of justice, rooted in sovereignty, not submission. And just as the Sahel stands tall, foreign boots are moving in again. The US AFRICOM commander has landed in Benin and Cameroon, calling it partnership. But the real question is, partnership on whose terms? Family, before we dive in, tell us, do you believe Africa should keep trusting foreign institutions like the ICC? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments right now.
General Dagvin Anderson, commandant US AFRICOM et l'ambassadeur des États-Unis.
General Dagvin Anderson was meeting with President Paul Biya for the first time since he took over the coveted position last August 2025. And for about 30 minutes, both personalities exchanged on the security situation in the northern part of Cameroon, with a sharp focus on consolidating partnership.
I appreciated the opportunity to meet with your president. We talked about the concerning growing threat in the north of the terrorist activity and how we can look at partnering in the future to combat this with our assistance from the United States and bringing those things that America can bring to help Cameroon be successful in that fight.
A brief but very constructive conversation between Cameroon's Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, President Paul Biya, and the U.S. Air Force General, rich in content and context, understandably so, because of the long-standing relationship and cooperation ties existing between the United States African Command and the Cameroon Defense Forces.
We've had a long-standing history of working together with the Cameroonians. One of the things we're looking at next year is co-hosting naval exercise Obagami Express with Cameroon. It is a multinational effort with many African nations in the United States. We talked about that. We also talked about some future opportunities to partner with the Special Operations Forces to help assist future efforts in the far north against the terrorists in the Lake Chad Basin.
General Dagvin Anderson also appreciated the professionalism of the Cameroon Defense Forces, particularly the Rapid Intervention Battalion B, in the fight against criminality.
We had a relationship working with the BIR in particular before. In 2019, that was paused. What I've understood is that they have been very effective and they are very capable fighters, and that we have an opportunity to re-engage with them and see what we can do in future partnership. Very good.
The exchange of gifts that marked the end of the high-profile encounter at the Unity Palace was proof of the excellent bilateral relations existing between Washington, D.C. and Yaoundé. Plus, the Cameroon Defense Forces and the U.S. African Command, which is one of the 11 combatant commands of the United States Department of Defense. The U.S. general left the Unity Palace pretty much satisfied and with a depth of gratitude for the good disposition of the President of the Republic, Paul Biya.
But ask yourself, why do foreign generals fly in every time Africa moves toward independence, whether through AES or BRICS? If you believe Africa must write its own security agenda, hit the like button right now so YouTube knows Africa's voice must be heard. The same West that failed in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya now wants to save Africa. AFRICOM says it's about protecting African waters. But these same waters are plundered daily by foreign trawlers stealing Africa's fish. Shouldn't Africans secure Africa's seas? Family, what do you think? Should African navies defend African waters, or should foreigners do it for us? Tell us in the comments. The Alliance of Sahel States, AES, already declared, Africa must defend Africa. They reject foreign bases that serve outside powers. AFRICOM's visit looks less like partnership, and more like panic, because Africa is waking up. Family, the signs are clear. Africa is rejecting the ICC's selective justice. Africa is questioning AFRICOM's foreign presence. Africa is building alliances like AES to defend its dignity and future. This is not just politics, it is the birth of a new era, Pan-African sovereignty, dignity, and independence. If you are proud of Africa's awakening, share this video with your network and spread the message of independence. So, family, let's ask the real questions. Should Africa trust foreign courts and foreign armies? Or should we build our own Pan-African court, our own Pan-African army, our own future? Drop your answers in the comments. This is your debate, your Africa, your future. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Afriscope TV, the voice of Pan-African truth, where we expose the lies and amplify Africa's rise. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this video are based on publicly available information, news sources, and independent analysis. Afriscope TV does not claim to represent any government, political party, or movement. Our goal is to amplify African voices, educate the public, and spark meaningful conversations on global and continental issues. We encourage our audience to engage critically, verify facts independently, and participate in peaceful, lawful civic discourse. This content is for informational and educational purposes only.